truly one, but truly two. Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Robert Louis Stevenson. He was born in Edinburgh, Scotland in 1850. His father is an engineer and his mother is the daughter of a French reverend. According to his family tradition, he enrolls at the university to study engineering and follows his family business, even if he wants to be a literary man. He has long hair, and he loves to dress like an artist. Indeed, he decides to quit his studies and work as a writer. During his journeys, he writes many essays with a marked spirit of observation and sense of humor. When he comes back to Europe, he begins to write famous novels such as Treasure Island and an exotic novel named Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, in which he develops the themes of double personality and subconscious. I chooses this novel because I was attracted by the way Stevenson describes the duality of human nature, creating a very compelling story. The protagonist, Henry Jekyll, comes from an upper middle class family. He studies medicine, works really hard in order to become a good doctor. Nonetheless, even if he is a famous and fully realized man, he feels restless. So he starts looking for excess, pleasures, and perversion in the attempt of dealing with his condition and finally feeling free. Because of this malaise, he decides to go beyond the limits of nature and in his lab, in a place of ill fame, far away from his beautiful house, he creates a serum to part the evil side of his soul from the good side, believing to put finally an end to his pain. His life becomes a sort of limbo due to his double personality, because a part of him strives for good, Jekyll, and the other part sinks in evil, Hyde. I decided to compare the book with a film that I did not know, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, directed by Paolo Baresman, where Dougray Scott plays Henry Jekyll. I really loved his performance, especially in the scenes of the transformation, because he was really credible. Even if the reason why he decides to separate his soul were not completely explained in the film, it's interesting that it is set in a modern London rather than the 19th century London of the book. I believe that the meaning of this choice is that Dr. Jekyll's condition is universal and can affect every man, not only a single person. Edward Hyde is the emblem of the man that breaks social and moral laws, a perverted and immoral person on the edge of madness. He is ruthless, and he commits many crimes and homicides. manages to protect his reputation because when Hyde takes control, his body changes and he becomes a monster. On the contrary, in the film, the Doctor does not turn into a monster, but his eyes become green. Eyes are the mirror of the soul. The transformation introduces another theme, appearance. It was a very important ideal in the Victorian age. Indeed, a man was considered respectable to the eyes of other people only if he was rich, went to church, and had a wealthy family. Appearance was the only thing that really worth, a mask to wear in front of others. I believe that the purpose of the story is to denounce the superficiality and the hidden corruption of that period. Indeed, it's not by chance that Stevenson called the creature Hyde, that means to hide. Lastly, in the film there is a revenge of Hyde compared to the book. Indeed, in the book, Jekyll cannot do anything but killing himself to definitely destroy the monster. In the film, on the contrary, Hyde pretends to be the recovered Doctor in order to take his revenge on all those people who tried to stop his madness. One story teaches us a sad truth about human psyche. It is impossible for a man to eliminate a part of himself, his evil part in this case. He can only fight against it, but not destroy it, because any impulse, even the worst one, is part of his nature. It is the essence of his humanity, of being human.